Okay, let's do a quick 4-question trade example. And we're going to look at one called the trend day follow through, or the day after a trend day follow through. Hi, I'm Josh. I'm the founder of Trade the Profile and a trading development coach. I'm going to walk you through this 4-question idea, how to look at the day that we're in, which currently is a trend day, and looking at the expectation in the subsequent day, and a way that you can use the 4 questions to establish a good idea and to know how to express that. So we're looking here at market profile and volume profile in Window Trader. This is a trend day that we are seeing here in NASDAQ futures. And how do we know that it's a trend day? Well, as we look over here on the right, we have, as we look over here, we can see that we have just every 30-minute period, especially since the third period of the session, has been a higher high and a higher low. And we've subsequently moved value, right into this area. That's where the bulk of the volume is. So value has been following price. This is a classic trend day. We've just got the highest price here in the last hour. Typical trend day, you see one extreme at the beginning of the day and one extreme at the end of the day, right? But what we're really focusing in on is tomorrow and what we're looking at for an expectation day tomorrow. So you can see right in here, there's a bulk of volume. Okay. In fact, like right there is where we're developing what we call a point of control. And that's right around 13,270. Okay. Now, tomorrow, we would expect that we will see new higher prices. So here's the idea is that if we open inside of today's range, let's say that we open, somewhere in here, we will look for early lower prices that then we can be long back up to that most traded price and then to new higher prices. That would be, kind of our next target. Anything above that would just be kind of a gift, maybe up to like kind of the next decision level that we have higher. What other things should we expect around this trend day? Well, one, you can see there's a line here, right in here. That is 50% of the range of today. Most often, this day after a trend day, we will not be able to trade below that price. That price currently is around 13,140. So as long as we stay north of that price, we should be able to go higher. So that's why if we open in range, pull back early, that's our chance to get long. It's not however, if we get below this before we make new highs, we could potentially put pressure and get back below this, especially in this case if we get below 13,100, but that's a whole other story. Okay, so let's walk through the 4 questions as we are looking for them specifically. So first, it's the day after a trend day. So we're going to look for and that's the opportunity, is that the day that we're in is a trend day. The next day we're expecting rotations in the direction of the trend and that are going to give us new RTH highs and stay above 50% of the prior day's range. What's our risk? Well, we're unlikely to trade below that 50%. And so we want to stay above that. That's kind of a maximum risk spot. We want to get as close to that on entry as we can because we can quickly know whether it's invalidated. How we'll know that we're right is that we get early liquidation before new RTH prices, that we can get a chance to establish new longs in the direction of the trend. How do we know that we're wrong? Well, we get below that 50% range and negate the trend, and tempo and volume and all of that could be in play. But that is a day after a trend day follow through. Now, if we open and, let's say we open in new ranges up here, that negates it because that's the new RTH ranges that would be expected. It really only is in play if we open inside of the prior range and pull back early. Okay. And then that gives us the opportunity to be long with good location. So that's 4-question trade. Sometimes the best way to trade a trend day is the day after the trend. And here's a way to use those 4 questions to do so. Hope that's been helpful. If you would like to see other ideas like this, you can always find those out at tradewithprofile.com/4questions. All right. Peace.